If you have your Roblox studio and you want to make your beam VFX, if you don't know how to make a beam, right, or beam VFX or Roblox studio, just watch this video step by step. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do just that. Okay, so make sure you pay close attention to this video. So what we are going to do first things first, is that we are just going to open our Roblox studio. If you don't have it, right, you can go on your browser and then you come here on your browser and then just type in Roblox studio. Just follow the process and then you have it in your system. So I'm going to assume you already have the Roblox studio. We're going to go right in. The first thing is to open up your new project. You're going to open up your project. If you don't know how to do it, it's very easy. Once you open your Roblox studio, you'll be able to open a new project, right? You see something like experience, and once you're done, it's going to open. So now we're going to create parts. Okay, so once you've opened it, should look something like this. This is the workplace, right? It should look something like this. Yeah, this is new. To open a new one right here. So basically this is how it should look like. Okay, once you're here, the next thing you want to do is that you want to create a part. So there are two ways to create a part. If you see something like insert basic object right here, you'll see it says here part. Okay, but then this is not where we want, because this one is going to give us a specific shape. It's going to give us a specific shape, which is not what we want. Going to give us a specific shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the top here to do this part right here. We're going to click on the side, right? You click on the menu, drop down menu on the side, and it's going to give us different shapes, right? Different part shapes. So we're going to go for spherical. Okay, we're going to go for spherical, a spherical shape. I'm going to put in the first one, and then we're going to name this one start parts. Okay, let's name it start parts. Start parts. Okay, good. All right, so once we're done, we create, let me remove this old one. Okay, let me remove this one. Then we're going to create another one. So we can come here and click on it again, or we can just come here on this one and then we'll duplicate it. So we're going to duplicate to give us another start part, but we're going to rename this one end part. Okay, and parts, super simple. Okay, so once you've done this, now they are the same position, so you drag one to this other side, right? So you want to spread it out. So this is the end part, this is the start part, right? Very important, because we're going to be using this, right? So the next thing you want to do, we're going to come over to the start part again, and then we're going to right click. We're going to come to where it says insert, come to where it says insert object. Okay, I'm going to look for something called attachment. Very important. Attachment. Okay, let me type it well. So this is the attachment, right? We're going to click on attachment. Attachment is what connects two parts together, right? It connects two parts together, so from one end to the other end. Okay, so I'm going to rename it attachment 0. Come here, click on it, enter attachment 0. Okay, so if you look closely, you'll see a green icon right here. If you look very close, I don't know if you can see it. Let me try and zoom in. So if I zoom in, you see it's green. So that is actually the attachment. Okay, so this is the attachment. So let's go back here, but it's too small, so you probably not be able to see it. If I click on the attachment again, you see it just came up. Anyways, but that's just for the attachment 0. So it's on the start part. If I click on the attachment, the end part, so I'm going to come here and then come to insert again for the the end part, and then I'm going to click on insert object, right? It is super simple. Click on it, and then we're going to come here and type in the attachment again, right? So we need two attachments, right? So this one we're going to name it attachment 1. Let me name it attachment 1. Okay, all right, so we've gotten two attachments. All right, by the way guys, I did write down the exact instruction you're going to follow. We're actually following it step by step, but in case you need the document, you can just let me know in the comment. I'm going to send it or pin it in the comments if you ask for it, but this is basically it. So we've actually created the two attachments, right? So the next thing we're going to do obviously is to create the beam. So for the creating of the beam, it's very important that you create it under the first part, which is the start part. So we're going to click on the start part, and then we're going to right click, come here, look for insert object. We're going to look for the beam, right? We use the start part to look for the beam. Click on it. All right, it's super simple. Now for the beam to successfully show, the beam has to be attached from one end of the parts to the other end, right? So which is what the attachment is for. So we have the beam right here, and notice that anytime anyone you click, the properties of that one appears below, right? So this is the properties of the start part. If I click on attachment, this is the properties of the attachment, right? So this is how it looks like. So you always have the properties below, right? Any one of these things you click. But to make it easier, I'm just going to come here. Let me exit something here. Okay, exit this. So I'm going to take this property so we can see it very well. Okay, take it here and maybe push it here. Let's see. Nah, I'm going to push it here. Okay, yes. All right, so this is the property. I just moved it from here so we can see. So each time you click on any one of them, their properties will appear at the left hand side. Okay, super simple. Properties, right? Beam property. Hope you can get it well, right? So if you get it, anyone we click, the properties appear. So because we want to make some adjustments under the beam properties, right? Very important for the beam to be able to be active. So under the beam properties, we are going to come down here to so yes, we're going to come down to where it says shape, right? So if you see the shape, it has a drop down, which is there are two attachments here. So if I click on this, you see it's closed. If I click on it, the attachments they come up. Okay, so we're going to click on the first attachment. Once you've clicked on it, observe, we come to the first attachment, which is the one under the start part. Click on it, boom, you see it says the attachment 0. We've added it. Then the next thing we're going to come to the second attachment here, right? We are still under the beam properties, and then we are going to come to the end part and the attachment one under the end part, and we are going to click on it, and watch what's going to happen right as I click on it. Boom. All right, so you notice that the laser has come up. Right now, this is not the perfect laser. We're going to do some adjustment, but notice that it has been able to connect it from one part to the other part. Okay, so this is the laser. So let's make it look more alive. Let's make it look more like a laser. So there are different ways to do it. For the beam, you can actually change the texture, because it's a texture problem. So if I come to this texture right here, click on it, let me look for a texture code. I think I wrote down one or two texture code. All right, so yes, so as you can see, we can actually paste in some texture code to give the beam a good texture. By the way, guys, you can always browse in different texture that you want. You can type in lightning, any type of texture for the beams. Okay, I'll just copy this one, come here, I'll just paste it right here. Okay, just paste it and click on enter. All right, so I've clicked on enter, and then once you click on enter right here, you notice that something is actually going to happen. Let's see. Okay, so let's use a different, I think this one is the exact I think this one is the exact texture for this particular style. Let's look for another type of texture. Okay, let's see. So let me come back here. Okay, it says here laser style. Let's see, is it the same thing? Let's verify. Okay, I think it's the same thing. Okay, 446. Okay, so let's look for a different one. Okay, so I'm going to just come here and then select let me select this one. Let's see, it's supposed to change. I don't know why it's not working. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here, let me reuse this right here. I'm going to refresh my PC right here. Exit this. Let me check the one I did before. Let's see, where is the beam? Let me see the code. So this is the code. So yeah, so this is it. All right, So this is the exact one that I used before. Let's see, it should work. It's supposed to change, but for some reason it's not working. I don't know why. Maybe the Roblox having some glitch. Let me refresh my system. Let's go back. Let me change the color. Let me see if it's gonna work. Right. Okay, so the color works fine. So the lasers refuse to change, but basically this is actually how. I don't know exactly why the lasers refuse to work, right? But usually it will move. Let me show you the second one I have. Right, the style is supposed to be something like this. That's what I was trying to do. Trying to change the laser style, something like this. Okay, so I don't know exactly why it's not changing, but then what's going to happen is that once you're done, right, if you're able to change it, you just come here and then click on play, right, and then you just click on play. Super simple. So it's loading, boom. So as you can see, this is exactly how it looks like. All right, so you can see this is how the laser looks. All right, so it's basically it. All right, so yeah, so this is how the laser looks. So yeah, basically, so this is actually how to make a beam VFX on Roblox. All right, so if you did get any value, do well to like this video if you got any value, and also subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Make videos like this to help you out. To subscribe, and with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.